Yo, what's good guys, welcome back. Today we'll be choosing one player from every Premier League club that they should sign this summer. So many clubs are looking to make amazing moves this summer. We will start from the bottom of the table with the newly promoted teams, and then we will make our way up. Now in 20th, Sunderland, they are looking at Wilfred Single. I think Sunderland should sign a centre back. Has been a very key player in Monaco, a team who did well in the Champions League as well this season. I gotta mention that shot against Sverna Zvezda in the Champions League. That was like 30 or 40 yards out, and it just got fired top left. One of the best goals in the 24-25 campaign of the Champions League. But he's also very good physically and very athletic as well, and he's very good in the air tackling, and his passes forward are incredible as well. So this would be an amazing signing for a newly promoted side in Sunderland. Now next up we have Burnley, and Burnley should be looking to sign a new left back in Matt Targett. In his time at Aston Villa he was good, but he's not getting much game time there, so especially since his move to Newcastle, he hasn't had no game time at all almost. At the moment he is actually worth 5 million euros, which is quite, in my opinion, a steal. He has always been a solid player, a left back with very strong defensive abilities. Even when attacking, he's there in the final third just supporting you, and I think a lot of people, they just praise his hard work and consistency as well, and his work ethic is something that stands out as well. So this would be quite a solid signing for Burnley if it happens. Now in 18th we have Leeds United. Now Leeds United are looking at Jamie Vardy. Now Jamie Vardy has said that he was gonna leave Leicester City, so potentially I think Leeds United should sign him, as they kind of need a striker. I'm still not sure if Bamford plays for Leeds United still, but Jamie Vardy, he could really inject that pace into the team, run in behind, and players can really play him in behind or even before the defender. He is just a very experienced Premier League player overall. And next we have Tottenham. Now Tottenham need some help, I believe, in the center back position, especially if they have Romero leave to Atletico Madrid this summer. I think their next move or next player to go for is Jan Bissek. I believe he plays for Inter Milan at the moment. He's been very key in that team overall. I think Inter play as a back three when attacking, but when they're defending they play as a back five, and Jan Bissek, very important player. Like whenever I watch him, this guy's tackles are phenomenal, very physical as well in terms of his play. I think he would be fantastic in that Tottenham defense. Honestly, I think Tottenham should bring him in if they have the funds, obviously. Next up, Wolves. And Wolves are looking at quite a few players, but I think the most outstanding one is probably Harvey Elliott. I don't know if Harvey Elliott wants to leave Liverpool, but I would think it's a good move for him. Probably for him to get more game time. I know he is a youngster coming out of the Liverpool academy. He has been very key in some matches as well. His creativity is there as well. He could shoot outside the box. His passing is great. Just he could do it all as a midfielder. I just don't know how he will fit into Slot's plans if he decides to stay. So I think a Wolves move will be very good, and he could just really help create, and he could be kind of that player to come in creatively when Cunha is leaving to United. Speaking of Man United, in 15th they are looking at Mbuemo. Now Mbuemo has been such a key player in the Brentford team. He has, I believe he has like 20 goals plus in this Premier League campaign alone. Him and Wissa have been single-handedly keeping Brentford up in terms of goals overall, creating chances as well. And Mbuemo on that right wing spot. I know so many clubs are looking at him, like Newcastle, Man United, possibly Arsenal were looking at him as well, but I think he is very strongly linked with Manchester United, and on that right wing it will be very, very dangerous if they manage to get Mbeumo. Now number 14 we have West Ham, and now West Ham are currently looking at Ramsdale, and I think that would be a pretty decent signing. I know he's been relegated like 4 times already, but we have seen he shows he has the quality, just needs a pretty solid defense in front of him just to help him with that extra security in front of him. But Ramsdale, he makes some amazing saves, and I think Fabianski is getting up there in age. Areola, I'm not sure if he's gonna stay at West Ham, but they do need kind of like a backup keeper if one of the keepers decide to just leave the club. So Ramsdale as a signing will be pretty good for West Ham. Now in 13th we have Everton. Now Everton, they kind of need a striker, as Calvert-Lewin is linked with a move away to like Newcastle or like Man United, many other clubs. So I think Mitrovic coming back to the Premier League would be amazing. We've seen what he's done at Fulham in his past. He's been banging in goals at Fulham. I don't know, he's just a proper striker, proper goal scorer. He could do everything. He could hold up the ball, run in behind. Very good striker overall. He has the physical ability to hold the ball off, lay it off to players, and I mean the finishing ability, it's unbelievable. He could score like 20 goals plus if you put him in a proper team. Now in number 12 we have Crystal Palace. Now Crystal Palace are going after Thiago Jallo. I believe he plays for Juventus at the moment. I don't think he's been playing too much for Juventus, but this would be a very good signing, especially alongside Lacroix. I think his name is Lacroix or something like that. But yeah, he has been phenomenal. Even in his time at Lille, he was very, very good on the ball, can progress forward as well very, very well. He has the height on him as well. I just think he would work very well alongside Lacroix. Now in number 11 we have Fulham, and Palhinha is apparently linked to come back to Fulham, and I think Fulham have missed him a lot in that CDM spot. Although they have Berg that they signed from Burnley, Palhinha was a very key player in terms of interceptions and just helping the team, bringing the ball forward as well. Like very physical, very present in that midfield. Whenever you saw Fulham play, you could just tell that Palhinha was in that match in the midfield. So I think they should probably bring him back, but they have to pay a fee of like 30 to 35 million once again. And then number 10 we have Brentford, and Brentford, I don't think they have been linked with too many players, but a player I've seen that they are linked with is Ben Doak. So they kind of need a winger to replace Mbeumo just in case he leaves the club, and Ben Doak is pretty decent at taking on players. We've seen small glimpses of him at Liverpool. He's in his like little cameos at Liverpool. We have just seen like how good he is and what he can do against a player like one-on-one. He could chip in with goals as well. Just let him develop under Thomas Frank if Thomas Frank decides to stay at Brentford. Now in number 9 we have Bournemouth. Now Bournemouth are looking at Johan Bakayoko. Now this guy is such a talented player from PSV. Is probably one of the standout players whenever I watched PSV. Just this guy was the one causing problems on that right side, just constantly taking on players, just trying to whip a pass in or a cross in, scoring goals as well, just cutting inside, trying to whip it in. This guy is, I think he's a very good winger with a lot of potential. So going to Bournemouth would be a huge step in his career, especially going to the Premier League. It's a different level and you could elevate your game. Now in number 8 we have Brighton. Now Brighton are looking at quite a few players, but I think right now they're looking at Kyle Walker-Peters, who, I mean, they kind of need a fullback who could play both left back and right back, as they don't have too many options in those kind of departments. And Kyle Walker-Peters is a very good player both defensively and especially offensively. Is quite good. He loves to bomb up the pitch. Occasionally defensively is good. With Southampton, he's probably been like one of their best players within the past few seasons, even though they have gotten relegated, which is unfortunate. Obviously. In 7th, we have Nottingham Forest. Now, Nottingham Forest are looking at Douglas Luiz. Now, Douglas Luiz has been linked with a move back to the Premier League. Now, previously, he was a very key player in the Aston Villa team, but the move to Juventus, I think that was a pretty bad move, as I don't even think he gets into that Juventus team at the moment. And he was such a key player in that Aston Villa team. Just even with the ball, technically is very good. Passing forward, progressive passes were very good as well, and he chipped in with some very important goals as well. So I think the CDM position is something that needs improvement at Nottingham Forest. So bringing in Douglas Luiz just to control that midfield a little bit more would be huge. Now in 6th, we have Aston Villa. Now Aston Villa are linked with Samu Omordion. I think that's how you say his name, the striker. I believe he is at Porto at the moment, but that guy has been scoring goals like nothing, honestly. Every time I see this guy score, he scores at least a hat-trick or like 4 goals. Is a very talented striker and has huge potential. So obviously I think this will be a great signing for them, especially since Ollie Watkins is getting up there in age and they don't really have a second striker behind Watkins, as they lost Duran 2 transfer windows ago. So I think another striker, a young striker, is a very good move from Aston Villa, especially one who's banging goals in the Portuguese league. Now in 5th, we have Newcastle. Now Newcastle, they're linked with quite a few players, but I think a position that they need to improve is the goalkeeping position. So they're linked with James Trafford from Burnley. I believe he had the most clean sheets and the lowest goals conceded in the championship last season. I believe it was like 15 clean sheets maybe, but he has been a keeper who's been very sought after in the past like few transfer windows. We have now Chelsea being after him, Newcastle being after him, but I think he should go to Newcastle personally, because Pope is getting up there in age, but he's also injury prone, so they kind of need a second keeper. And I think James Trafford has shown his quality just overall as a keeper. I think this would be a great move for both parties. Now in 4th, we have Chelsea. They are linked with a lot of players, almost all over the place. They are linked with players, but I think a massive move for them would be Jamie Giddens from Dortmund. This guy is incredibly talented. Just his dribbling is amazing. The goals he scores as well, he could score with both feet. I mean, whenever I watch this guy, he just looks absolutely explosive. So Sancho is obviously not staying at Chelsea, so Jamie Giddens would be a amazing signing to have on that left hand side. And a little bit of news, they actually have agreed, both Jamie Giddens and Chelsea have had a agreement for 7 years, a 7-year contract. So let's see if this happens and this is confirmed the next few days. Now in 3rd place, we have Man City, and Man City are linked with quite a few players. They're getting a lot of players done as well this summer, and which is huge because they want to contend for the title once again. And I mean, probably their top target at the moment is Ryan Cherky, who's like very close to being done. With De Bruyne leaving, they need a attacking midfielder who has the creativity. This guy's dribbling is outrageous. The ball just sticks to his feet, like it's unbelievable. The goals he scores as well is crazy. He plays with some certain flair, like against Spain when France played Spain in the Nations League semis. I don't know what was going on. This guy just flicked it up with his right foot and just volleyed it with his left foot, and it just went top left corner. It was like unbelievable. He's a very, very good player technically, and I think Man City are getting a huge talent and a player with huge potential as well. Now in second, we have Arsenal, and I mean, we all know who Arsenal should go for. They're currently looking at strikers, but the top target is Benjamin Sesko. This guy has been tearing it up quite a bit in the Bundesliga. You've seen his goals for Slovenia, like it's unbelievable. Edge of the box on the left, just absolute volleys at first time into the top right corner. He's a very, very good player. I could see why Arteta wants him, because he's good in the air, he could hold up the ball, he could also run in behind, he's quite fast as well. So just a overall, I would say, complete striker, just a little bit inexperienced, as he is like around 21 years old, and that's why some people are thinking we should get Gyökeres instead of Sesko. That's what I think personally. We should get Gyökeres, but Sesko in the long term, he could probably be better. Now in first, we have Liverpool, and Liverpool are making a lot of moves. They've now signed Kirkic, signed Frimpong, and their next target I think is going to be a striker. I think one player that they need is Alexander Isak. If they put a striker in there, like a proper number 9 like Isak, it's gonna be trouble in the Champions League and the Premier League. If they add that into their team, I think they're gonna win the Premier League. Once again, Isak has came in these past 2 seasons with 20 goals back to back. He's been an unreal player. Just whenever I watch him, reminds me of Henry so much. Just the way he dribbles, his finishing is incredible as well. Hold up play, he could do that as well. He could be skillful as well. Just another very complete striker, and he could literally get into any team in the world. That's what I think. Now thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. Don't forget to drop a like, comment down below one player every Premier League club should sign this summer, and I will make sure to check it out. Don't forget to subscribe as well, drop a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.